What's up? It's your boy Ozzy, back at it again with another type of this video. Welcome to Ozzy University, where you will learn my knowledge and my knowledge only, right? And knowledge that others have that are similar to mine, right? And you might not agree with me, you might agree with me, who knows? But opinions can be facts and facts can be opinions, no matter how you take it. It's just the fact of how you take it. If you take my shit as facts, it'll be facts to you. If you take my shit as opinion, it'll be opinions to you. So just take this video as how you want to take it, no matter what. Just watch this video and you'll learn some shit, maybe. Alright, so first off, before I even go into this shit, I want to shout out again to my boy David Goodman. He left a comment right now. He left a comment yesterday. And I want to tell him, I'm not one of those people that you talk about that shit, because, if you want to find out what he said, you just go into my last video and just see his comment. But when it comes up to that type of shit, right? Like it's like I don't know what to say sometimes, right? And I obviously feel bad for him. I obviously do, and I hope he's doing good right now. If you're watching this, bro, I hope you're doing good right now. I hope you're watching this video, and yeah, I hope you're happy, bro, because living is like so crazy, bro. It's like one that is like, you know what I'm saying? Like existing is so crazy. So you have to be happy that you exist, because it's just a wonderful shit. It's some wonderful shit, bro. So all I want to say to you, bro, is, obviously I'm not gonna say I know how that feels like. I know how that feels, right? Because I don't, and I'm not gonna pretend that I do, right? Because I feel like I can't really say anything to you about that, because I haven't suffered that much. I haven't suffered to that point. I feel like you suffered so much that I'm not at that level, so I can't really say like, yeah, bro, I know how that feels, because I don't, and I'm not gonna pretend I do. All I can say is that, life works in mysterious ways, The universe works in mysterious ways, and everything has its reason of happening. So, I can just say that everything happens for a reason, a cause and effect. Everything has an effect to its cause. Everything has its cause to its effect, right? And one thing that I must say too is that I hope you don't take this in the wrong way or anything, but no one in this universe is motherless or fatherless, right? For example, your father that you will always have for the rest of your eternity living in this earth, right, is God. God is always watching. God is always hearing, right? He knows who you are before you even know who you are, right? He already knows your fate. He already knows who you're gonna become. It's only up to you if you want it or not. If you want to become that guy, that ideal self. And your mother in this universe or in this life that you're in this earth is nature, right? Nature really does, like, it really enlightens you if you really think about it. Like I said in my other video, grounding, right? Raw dog in the grass, right? Whenever I go outside and I let my raw dog, my little dogs right here touch the grass. Wait, can you not even see that? I hope you can't see my dogs right now, but yeah, when I let my dogs touch the grass and they they rub on them and shit, they penetrate the grass and they start fucking the grass and shit, yeah. Like, I feel energy rise up from my toes up to my fucking, just, right? Up to my head, and it feels amazing. I think you should try that too. I think all of y'all should try that. But yeah, David Goodman, all I want to say is that thank you very much. Those words actually inspired me to do this video and do a bunch of videos, because I feel like, I didn't really think about that. I didn't really think about how like I can bring joy to people that watch these videos, right? Because I just think I'm an average guy, I'm an average kid, but I'm not. I'm different. Everyone's different in their own ways. Even you, David Goodman. Oh fuck. Even you, David Goodman. You are different in many ways, and you're inspiring me to do these videos. So this video right here is basically you inspiring me to do this. So I want you to think about that, and just know that I'm happy for you, and I'm happy you're still striving into this life, still waking up, feeling motivated and shit, and I hope you are, if not. And yeah, I really appreciate you, man, and like I said, I don't really have words to describe how I feel and how to really express myself on how that message really affected me, right? Because it really did. It really did. I saw it and I was just there sitting for like 5 minutes straight, just wondering like, what the fuck do I say, right? So that's why I don't comment back. I will start commenting back because I feel like that makes it more engaging with your viewers. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you this in a video. So I hope you didn't take that in the wrong way or anything, because yeah. So now let's get into this video. So what did we talk about the last Aussie University class? We talked about distractions, right? We talked about what distractions affect you and lead you in the wrong path. And pornography was one of them. Technology in general, but mostly the phone and social media. Technology is just a big like whole distraction with many more distractions in it. And another one was females, but I don't really think, sometimes they can be a distraction, but sometimes they can't. It depends who it is. It depends who you want to be with, because everyone is different. Everyone is human, right? So everyone has their own qualities in life, and maybe they'll help you, maybe they won't. Maybe they'll lead you to another path, right? Maybe your girl does drugs and you want to be clean. You're not gonna be clean if you're with a girl that does drugs, right? That does fucking Molly and fucking cocaine and fucking perico, you know what I'm saying? Do this, all that shit. You're gonna start doing it too, bro. You're gonna start doing that shit, bro. You're gonna start sniffing crap from her ass or some shit, you know? I don't know. Some crazy shit like that. That's some kinks that people have, and maybe I'll try one day. Nah, I'm joking. I probably won't, but maybe I will. Who knows? But yeah, if you want to be clean, why would you want to be with a girl, with a female, or hang out in general with a female who does drugs, right? I would rather, if I want to be clean, get with a girl that's clean, that is sober, that doesn't do drugs. Maybe she did, maybe she's not anymore, and that she's gonna prove you anymore because she quit. So maybe she's gonna tell you how she quit, and maybe that will make you quit too, right? So shit like that, right? And maybe there's a, like that, yeah. Like females, right? They can be a distraction and they cannot sometimes. Humans. So now, what we gonna talk about? What we gonna talk about? Society, maybe. Society, right? Let's talk about the world we live in, right? Let's get real into this shit. Let's get diabolical. Let's start attacking the world we live in, right? Not the world we live in, but the people controlling and power of the world we live in. So let's talk about society, right? How society is basically manipulating us into doing things that we don't want to, into consuming things we don't want to, into consuming things, and just, consuming basically meaning, obviously consuming. When you think of consuming, what do you think? Probably eating some shit. But consuming can also mean like taking in something. Hold on, pause. Taking in something like as in watching some video, social media, and you take in information from that. Not taking fucking back shots. No, none of that shit. I mean, if you're into that, I don't judge. I have no hatred towards gay people or lesbians or none of that. You live how you want to live. I'm not gonna judge. Off track though. So society, how do they manipulate us, right? How did they manipulate us? Well, back then, how did they manipulate us back then? Maybe one thing that is very manipulative and has been used throughout all these years is music, right? Music basically has wavelengths, right? Wavelengths and vibration and all that. So because rock and roll is basically satanic, bro. Rock and roll, if you really listen to it, you can definitely tell it's satanic. And some rock and roll people maybe don't take it out that way. Maybe don't put music out because they're satanic or whatever. But it's just the way, the rhythm and the sound, the wavelengths is a satanic, like, it's satanic, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, boys. And, some music have rhythms and some music have words that they say, like, like rap people, like rap, right? Rich, pussy, cocaine, drugs, and shit like that get into your ears, and you think about that. You think, oh, I want to be rich. I want to do coke. I want to do that. That's cool, right? No, it's not. So that is also bad, right? Rapping, all that shit, all that mainstream music, right? Cause think about it, bro. Kanye West, look at him now, bro. He's making what kind of music right now? Some satanic shit, bro. It's crazy. Rihanna, Jay-Z, all these other mainstream artists, they're getting paid to put out music about this, to manipulate people into thinking it's good music, but it's not. The rhythm, the vibrations, the wavelengths, they control your emotions. Basically, look, think about going to church, right? When you go to church, they put like jolly, holy music, and you feel all jumpy and shit. You feel like, at peace with God, right? And then they put some sad music where you just feel overwhelmed and just, you want to bow down to God and tell him to forgive you sins, right? That's on purpose. That's on purpose, bro. Think about it. Music controls your emotions. Emotions are very important to you. Whenever you feel emotions, you do actions, right? You bow down to God because the music is tearing you up. It's making you want to think about shit that you've done that wants you to, bow down to God and make him or tell him to forgive you for your sins. It's really a deep shit. So yeah, music controls your emotions, which controls your actions. It controls your mind and thoughts. So yeah, that's a very powerful shit. Let's say what other tactic does society control us? Obviously one is, but I want to talk about like back then. I feel like back then it was so much more less tactics and less tools that were used on us to manipulate us, right? Because now it's technology more of that are tools for this. So let's go into the modern. I don't obviously have the answers to everything, right? I'm a little kid. I'm 18. So I don't have the answers to everything, but I still have a lot of time to study this and give you the answers in the future time. So social media, right? Obviously, I feel like most people know this shit. Most people know that social media manipulates your thoughts, manipulate how you think, how you see the world, your perspective, right? Your perspective and your perception in the world you live in, right? Maybe you see a post about how God isn't real or some shit, and it states kind of, and it gives you like facts, but they're not really facts, because bro, history really, I don't really believe in history, like the history that are taught in the school and shit, bro. Because think about, history comes after history. History is from decades and decades and decades and decades ago, billions of years ago. Just think about how, that gets passed around. It's like the telephone game, right? The telephone game, when you tell something in your ear, when you make a sentence and you tell that person in the ear, and it goes around like 5 other people, and then at the end it's a whole nother sentence. It's like that, history. I feel like history is so different now than how it was back then. Like, it's so, like, it was one thing and then it changed it to another thing, into another thing, into another thing. Ting. I'm fucking to say it like that, but yeah. So yeah, I feel like it's so like, either a lot of shit was put into history that isn't real, or a lot of less shit was taken out of history. Either way, I don't believe in history. I don't believe in that shit. In a way that, just because when me saying I don't believe in that shit is me saying like, I don't believe that's how it was. I don't believe that's the original history, original statement, original whatever. I feel like it was passed around and just got in different fucking ideas and shit just added onto or taken out of. Either way, it's not the same. It's not the original. So yeah. So yeah, history can be one way. I feel like that's not really social media, but that's just another way. All these news and shit, right? News. When you see some news about how wars and shit, about how Gaza and Hamas and all that, and it makes you want to pick a side. But why pick a side, bro? Why pick a side? Why go against your own people? Why go against your own race, which is the human race? Why? That's what the society wants you to do. Go against your own people, go against your own race, go against humans, which are the same thing. We're all connected into one another. But society, the people over us, people in power of us, want us to go against each other. It's divide and conquer, right? Divide and conquer. You divide each other and you conquer each one. Pop, 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 pop. Just like that, right? So yeah, bro. We are under control of powerful people. But that's because they know everything. They know the hidden knowledge. They know how the universe works. They know who God truly is. They know all this information that we don't know. And that's why they're trying to hide it from us, right? So, also, the way they try to manipulate us is by giving us false shit about our body, right? Our body, if you didn't know, has 3 brains. Has 3 brains, and you probably didn't know that. But it's true, just look it up. Maybe you won't find the answer because social media and Safari and all that doesn't want you to know this shit either. So your first brain obviously is the head, where this real physical brain is at, right? So it's this, the head. And then we got the heart, right? We got the heart, that's the second brain. Because look how it's all connected like that, right? And then the third and final brain is the intestines. That's like 6-pack. But yeah, it's the intestines. And they're all connected to each other, right? The intestines and the stomach feel the emotions. The brain doesn't feel the emotions. Why do you think when you feel fear, when you feel nervous, you'll feel it in your stomach, right? When you're going on a roller coaster and you go and you feel that stuff, you feel that's an emotion, right? When you go on a date with a female and she mighty fine, she got a big ass, some big ass titties, pop, 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 right? Ooh, yeah, I'm kind of nervous and shit. I feel butterflies in my stomach. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, emotions come from the stomach, not the brain. And the heart basically heals all your organs and everything. Cause why do you think all the blood and shit? Basically, what the society wants is they want you to eat shit so they can clog up your arteries and your blood flow. Cause then if you don't get blood flow into a certain organ, that organ starts to die. The organ starts to weaken. So yeah, the heart is gotta eat that shit that makes your blood flow more freely, right? It doesn't clog up your arteries and your veins and shit. That's why there's all this processed food and shit, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, all that shit is bad for you. All this shit is made on purpose for you to consume. Why do you really think Donald Trump or some other powerful leader eats McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or whatever these fast food restaurants? No, they don't eat that shit, bro. They probably don't even eat all these other foods. They probably eat liquids or something, right? Cause, bro, it's just I hate how people rather have power, right? People rather have power than to have peace in life and happy. And the thing about it is they have that, but they don't want us to have that. And that's a sad thing, but it's the truth, and the truth always hurts sometimes. So yeah, that's another thing that, very bad. That they want us to control us like that. They want to manipulate us like that. And another way is meditating. I found this out today, right? meditating, some people meditate. We've all been taught the wrong way to meditate. And you're probably thinking, what? Nah, that's a cap cut. Well, how do you meditate? You probably meditate how you sit somewhere, right? And you close your eyes and you just right? You close your eyes and you just breathe in and just wait for something to happen, wait for something to feel. You feel something. Well, that's not gonna do shit. That's not gonna do anything. And the thing is, I learned it today, but I kind of didn't learn it today. I kind of confirmed it today. I kind of was doing it subconsciously, and then today I saw a video confirming this. So basically, the real method to meditate is focusing on this part of the brain right here. This is the pineal gland, right? This is where all the mystical shit happens. This is where the real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this part of the brain basically is the spiritual part, right? The things that make shit come to reality. The spiritual part of the brain. I'm gonna just leave it as that. So when you focus on this part of the brain, you basically are connecting with the divine, and just breathe in. And I feel like people breathe in with their chest when it's supposed to be your belly. Because why did I say the third brain is the belly, the intestines? So and when you close your eyes, focus on this. So I'm gonna be like this, right? It looks silly and it looks cliche, but people make it look cliche because people don't do it. People are not gonna do it because it's gonna look silly and goofy, right? That's what the society wants you to be like. Wants you to feel like it's silly and goofy. That's why you're not gonna do it. But it's the truth. I forgot what the meditating thing is. I think it's Shambhavi, something like that. Some Indian meditation style. So basically, you focus on this part. Breathe in with your belly. Breathe out. And how I meditate is by saying shit, I'm so grateful, happy that I attract wealth into my life, an abundance of wealth into my life, that I will make me and my family financially free from struggles and shit like that, right? Stuff like that. That's a real way to meditating. I feel like you feel it, right? And another thing is, I haven't gotten into this really, but sun gazing. Sun gazing is when you stare at the sun for hours and hours or maybe minutes. And I haven't really gotten into that. I actually kind of tried it today and it kind of fucked me, like it kind of hurt my eyes. But I feel like I don't know how that really works yet. So I'm gonna just leave it. Sun gazing is basically when you look into the sun for hours and hours, and the UV lights really kind of affect your eyes, but in a good way. I need to study that more, but yeah. And I've seen that a lot of planes or a lot of whatever airplanes go through the sun or go past the sun and leave chemtrails, so they block the sun. So I think that has something to do with trying to prevent sun gazing, trying to prevent people from looking at the sun. So yeah, I'm gonna study more into that and let y'all know what's up with that. So yeah, this is another thing. Do we want to talk about? I mean, this video is gonna be probably one video, right? I'm not gonna talk about this shit no more, cause I just don't want to get into this shit when I don't know 100% of it, right? So this is the only video about this shit, about this spiritual and whatever nonsense that you guys might think it is. But it's not. It's the real shit. So another thing is, I was gonna say, right, God, right? Let's talk about God. This is gonna be very controversial, right? God. First off, I want to say some silly thing that you might guys think, but obviously you guys know that God backwards is dog, right? And think about it, how a dog is a man's best friend. Isn't that kind of coincidental, right? But God, right? God, I feel like God is only one. There's only one God. And the thing is, the society wants you to think there's many gods to worship because then you won't know who the actual God is. But God isn't one. God is only one. There's only one God that watches over and sees us over us. There's many gods. I feel like there's many gods, but it's all in the same name. There's just different names that they give him. Allah. I mean, that's really all I know. Allah. I feel like Jesus is God, right? But Jesus is God in a human form, in a human body. That's what Jesus is. Jesus is God in human form. So yeah. And I feel like we are a mental image of God. I feel like God created us. But the thing is, he can't create us from outside materials because there's nothing outside of God. There's nothing outside of God that he can create us of. So just like how a painter or an artist thinks about their characters or the paintings before they draw it or before they paint it, right? It becomes so real to them that they think about them and it becomes a part of them, kind of, right? A real person, a real human, whatever. So I feel like he was in a meditating, God was in a meditating form or stage, and he created us mentally. And this universe is a mental image, a mental creation of God. If that makes sense to y'all. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a one-on-one video. I'm not gonna do any more videos of these. Probably another Aussie University, but just in general, I'm not gonna really talk about that much because you might think I'm fucking going insane and shit. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm the most sane I've ever been, right? I'm the most happy I've ever been. So yeah. Oh, what else do we talk about? Let's just get on it. Law of attraction. Right? The law of attraction. I talked about this in my last video. The law of attraction basically is when you manifest something, you think about it all the time, you focus on it, that eventually the universe will give you circumstances, situations, people, whatever, into your life that will give you that manifestation, that will make that manifestation come into your reality. So whenever you think about getting rich, becoming rich, and knowing you are rich, the universe will give you people, circumstances, situations that will help you get into that reality, right? So yeah, that's what the law of attraction really is. But that doesn't mean that just because you attract it or because you think about it all the time, it will just come up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said in my last video, you won't just get $1 million just thinking about it, right? You won't just go outside and find $1 million in your porch. No, that's not how it is. You still have to put action, not hella action. Like you don't have to work every single day hard as fuck, right? Because then you're not living in the now, you're not living in the present. You have to live in the present to be aware of the situations and circumstances, people that the universe is giving you to manifest that reality come true. So yeah, the law of attraction is one of the principles of the universe, right? Let me tell you all of them. So the principle of mentalism, the principle of polarity, the principle of cause and effect, principle of correspondence, the principle of gender. How much did I say? 5, I think. The principle of polarity, gender, correspondence, cause and effect, mentalism, the rhythm, principle of vibration. Boom. Right? I feel like I'll make a video in all those, just in one video, because that's better. And that's another video, that's like worth another video to explain all of that. So yeah, those are the 7 principles of the universe. And I feel like I'll just leave it as that, right? Yeah, I'll just leave it as that. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe maybe you don't believe me at this point, right? Maybe you don't think I'm telling the truth. Maybe you don't think, but some of these are just logical, right? Some of these are just logical, and you really think about it. You have to really think about it and know that it's true, right? And maybe you don't believe me, so maybe you'll search about this shit and you'll see evidence. You'll see the sites, the sources that tell you that this is true. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it as that. I'm gonna leave it as that. I'm gonna leave it as that, right? So yeah, whoever's seeing this video, just know that I love you and that everyone around you, your surroundings, nature, God loves you back. And I hope you love it back too, right? I hope you love me because just as much as I would love you. So, with that being said, every cause has its effect and every effect has its cause. I love y'all boys. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, and goodbye.